everyone. Today I am going to take a lecture of hypothesis. This is the fourth chapter in probability and statistics. So here given in the table for the critical value and the level of significance. Because of if we solve the problems depends on the hypothesis. So always our final answer, that means the Z, we compare all these values depends on the level of significance and the two-tailed test or one-tailed test. Okay, so here this is a critical value and here we write the level of significance. That means 1%, 5% and 10%. So in case if a question given in the two-tailed form, okay, two-tailed form, so 1% level of significance, our value mod of Z is equal to 2.58. That means in the two-tailed test, if our finding value less than 2.58, that means null hypothesis is accepted. But greater than 2.58, that means null hypothesis is rejected. That means alternative hypothesis is automatically accepted in the 1% level of significance. If two-tailed test 5% level of significance, so here the mod of Z alpha value is 1.96. We have already seen in our first lecture. With the help of diagram, we see here the one-tailed and two-tailed test. Okay, the next one is the 10% level of significance. Okay, so 10% level of significance, the mod of Z alpha is 1.645. Okay, so why we write here the value of Z in the mod form? Because of in the diagram we write here this type of diagram for the two tested. This is our acceptance area and this is the rejection area. This is the negative value and this is the positive value. Okay, so after finding the value of Z, we compare the mod of Z alpha, that means 1.645. Okay, next one is the right tail test. Okay, so value of the Z alpha in the 1% level of significance is 2.33 plus 2.33, and in the left tail test mod of Z alpha is minus 2.33. Okay, 5% level of significance, the right tail test, the value of Z alpha is 1.645 and the left tail test value of Z alpha is equal to minus 1.645. Okay, next is the 10% level of significance. So the value of Z alpha is in the right tailed test, we write here the plus 1.28 and in the left tailed test is minus 1.28. Okay, so there is one trick here. We solve every hypothesis problem. Always you write the Z alpha. A question given in two-tailed form or one-tailed form. Always you write here in the positive form. That means we write here always the mod of Z alpha. That means if a question given in the 1% level of significance and right tail test or left tail test. Okay, so always we write the mod of Z alpha is equal to 2.33. Got it? And we write always mod of Z is equal to positive form. That means if we compare both the values, there is no chance for any correction or any mistake. Okay, so here always for given a question in the one-tailed form, so always you write here in the mod of Z alpha is equal to 2.33. Okay, next one is the very important point for starting from the problem. Okay, so first one is the your hypothesis. We have the and that means the number of, okay, number of people, number of things, number of equipments, anyone. Okay, so here the in the hypothesis chapter we have the two types of question. Number one, if or and, that means the sample greater than 30. If our sample n greater than 30, and second one is the number of samples less than equal to 30. So our question given in these two depends on these two type of number of samples. If n greater than 30 and n less than equal to 30. Okay, so if greater than 30, we have the three types of the formula. We can say that the three types of question. First type of question is in a question given in the probability and level of significance. You have already seen the level of significance is already given in a question. If not given, then you consider the 5%. Okay. First type question is given in the probability. Second type question is that if our question given in the population form, that means for example sometimes we have given in the 95% people are, okay, that means this is the population at least 95%, at most 95% people, that means these values are given in the population form. So if in our question given in this type of population, so this is the second type of question. And third one is the if in our question given in the two types of samples and two types of population. Second type is given one population, but in the third type of question given in the two samples N1 N2 and two populations, we can write here the P1 and P2. Okay, so this is the third type of the problem, depends on N greater than 30. Okay, so if first you check this question is hypothesis or not, this question is depend on the hypothesis chapter or not, because of sometimes we are very confused according to our question, the question given in the hypothesis or the probability, that is chapter 4 or chapter 1. Okay, so don't be confused. Here always given in the claimed that word or hypothesis word. Okay, so here and the level of significance sometimes. So if a sample number of samples greater than 30, okay, then we use this table for n greater than 30. Okay, but if our samples less than equal to 30, then we have the three types of method. That means three types of test: T student test, F test, and chi-square test. Okay, so always if we solve with the help of this table, so these values are not given in your question. Okay, always keep in mind, you remember that all these values, because of if a sample greater than 30, so you write these values according to a final answer, you compare these values and these values is not given in your question. But as our samples less than equal to 30, then the compare value is already given in your question. Okay, so always keep in mind this table is very important for finding the problem of the hypothesis and of a sample given in and greater than 30. So let's start our first example, depends on the test of hypothesis. So this is the example of the hypothesis for one type of question. Here the question is a coin was tossed 960 times, okay, and returned heads 183 times. Test the hypothesis. So see here carefully the test the hypothesis, that means this question is depend on the chapter applied statistics, that means the hypothesis. Okay, that the coin is unbiased. That is the claim is what, hypothesis is what, coin is unbiased. Use a 0.05 level of significance. So sometimes we write here the level of significance is 5%. So 5 by 100, that means 0.05. So sometimes we are given in the 5% level of significance, or sometimes we are write the 0.05 level of significance. Okay, so let's start the solution. So in the solution, first we write the number of samples. So a coin was tossed 960 times. So here n is equal to 960. Okay, so here n greater than 30, 960 greater than 30. That means for solving this question, our final answer is compared with a table. Okay, 5% level of significance and the two test. So here n is equal to 960 and return tossed 183 times. So the probability of getting heads is equal to 1 by 2. Okay, that means P is equal to 1 by 2. So Q is equal to 1 minus P. That means 1 minus 1 by 2 is equal to 1 by 2. Okay, next we find the mu. Mu is equal to mean. So what is the formula of the mu? We have already seen in the binomial distribution. Mu is equal to NP. Okay, so here n is equal to 960 and p is equal to 1 by 2. That means 480. That means our mean is 480. Next we find the standard deviation. So standard deviation, that means in the binomial distribution we find the variance. Sigma square is equal to, what is the formula of the sigma square? Sigma square is equal to NPQ. But here we use the standard deviation. So formula is root NPQ. Okay, so we write here root n is equal to 960, p is equal to 1 by 2 and q is equal to 1 by 2. So we find the formula 15.49. Okay, so our sigma is 15.49. Capital small s is the success of heads or success of. Okay, so first we find all these value. Our next step is what? Our next step is we write the total 6 points. 6 point is number 1, the null hypothesis. Okay, so in this question, the claimed that is what? That's the hypothesis that the coin is unbiased. Okay, that means in this question we are given in the hypothesis is the coin is unbiased. That means a null hypothesis is what? Null hypothesis H naught is equal to coin is unbiased. Okay, so our second step is alternative hypothesis. So alternative hypothesis is just opposite for the null hypothesis. So null hypothesis is coin is unbiased. So alternative hypothesis is coin is biased. Okay, so here first we write the first point. Our first point is null hypothesis. Okay, null hypothesis. That means we write here the H naught. So H naught is equal to what? The coin is unbiased. Coin is unbiased. Okay. So second point is the alternative hypothesis. So we write here alternative hypothesis. Okay, alternative hypothesis we write here H1 or H suffix A. Okay, we write here H1 or HA. So alternative hypothesis is what? Alternative hypothesis is the coin is biased. Okay. So after that, with the help of first we assume that our coin is unbiased. Okay. And if we proved the coin is unbiased, then our null hypothesis is accepted. But in case this assumption is wrong, that means this hypothesis is incorrect, then our alternative hypothesis, that means coin is biased, is automatically accepted. Okay, so first point is null hypothesis, second point is alternative hypothesis, the third point is what? Third point is level of significance. Okay, so level of significance is equal to 5% level of significance. Okay, the fourth one is the test static. Test static, that means we write the formula of the Z. So in this type of question, if our question given in only the probability form, so the formula of Z is equal to x minus mu divided by sigma. Okay, so our fourth one is Z is equal to x minus mu divided by sigma. So our third term is test static and the formula is Z is equal to x minus mu divided by sigma. So x is the success of heads. So we write here the 183 because of here given the return heads 183 times. So we write here 183 minus mu is equal to 480 divided by sigma 15.49. So we get the value of minus 19.17. Okay, so always we write here the modulus form. That means we write always the positive value. So mod of z is equal to 19.17. Okay, so our fifth step is what? Fifth step is the critical value. So critical value, in the critical value we write here the value according to a table. Okay, and we write here the z alpha. So the two table test z alpha at the 5% level of significance is 1.96. Okay, so our value of z is greater than the z alpha. That means what? That means our null hypothesis is rejected. So null hypothesis is rejected. That means automatically alternative hypothesis is accepted. That means null hypothesis is rejected. That means our conclusion is what? The conclusion is coin is biased. Okay, so we write here the value 6 number. Here we write here mod of z alpha, mod of z alpha, or we write here the mod of z greater than mod of z alpha. Okay, the mod of z 19.17 and mod of z alpha is 1.96. So here mod of z greater than mod of z alpha, therefore the null hypothesis is rejected and alternative hypothesis is accepted. So our conclusion is what? Conclusion is coin is biased. Okay, so I will continue this topic in our next lecture. Thank you for watching this video.